Welcome to episode 3 of Steel Talk. And today I've got a real treat for you. We have Jen from K Steels, who's going to talk to us all about her career and where she's currently working. Jen, thanks for coming on today. It's great to see you. How are you doing today?
Yeah, not too bad. Busy as usual, but thanks for inviting us on.
Fantastic. And we'll start with, obviously on this show, we like to find out about the people and how they got into steel and the steel stockholding business. How did it all start for you?
Okay, so it all started for me. I'm a licensee for pub trade. That's what I went into when I left school. Then obviously had a daughter. Missed out on her growing up, so I wanted to change career. So obviously I like customer-based roles, customer service. I went to work for a company who made shoes and products to go within the UK. So we built that brand up, all that went through, built the brand up. And then it got to a point where I just thought, you know what, I just fancy a little bit of change, different customer service career. So I went to a laser cutting company through an agency that sent my CV over, that they thought I had a lot to offer. And through there, I just learned all different steels. I could use my experience on the customer service side. And I started really enjoying it because each day was different products, getting to meet different people, and learning actually what things are made of. So when you're going around town and stuff, you can see obviously different things. So it went from there really, and I just enjoyed it. So, and it moved on from there. Obviously, K Steels was a supplier, and they offered me to come here doing what I'm doing here.
Fantastic. I mean, in your first introduction to steel, obviously you'd already got a sales background. How did that stand you in good stead for coming into your first steel business?
Obviously, the customer service didn't change from the pub trade, obviously, that you give customers, to moving into the production side. So obviously making the company that I worked for that was producing shoes and leather, it was a manufacturing company. So it was different, but a different project. It was leather instead of steel. So the same bits counted really. So I just took all that with me, and especially because I had a good stead with the customer service, the experience, the retail side, it just sort of gelled and fitted together. It was only learning about the different products and how it all works. That was the difference really, but everything of my background just gave me a good stead as a good forward.
Yeah. How did you find learning about the products? Obviously, I'm quite keen to speak to people about the different steels, and as you know, there's hundreds of different grades of steels. Did you find that daunting? Or... At
first, I found it a bit overwhelming when you first go into it and you think, gosh, how many products, how many ranges, different grades, different thicknesses. But when you break it down chunk by chunk and just break it into either mild, corrosive materials or stainless, alley, etc., it's a lot easier to pick up. But it's learning your customer base as well, what kind of products they create, what's best to create them out of. So again, it's just a learning curve, but you know, with dedication and that, you can move forward pretty quickly with it.
Brilliant. So what I like to do here as well is give you an opportunity with your current company, K Steels. I like to call it kind of 60 seconds over to you, and I don't time it. Don't worry. We've had I think the first one was about 30 seconds. The last one went into about 3 minutes. So if you want to tell us all about K Steels, over to you. 60 seconds.
Right. So K Steels is one of the largest independent stockholders within the northwestern Yorkshire. They have been supplying steel for over 60 years, building up a strong reputation for just providing high quality service. The business of their ethos is providing quality steel at competitive prices delivered next day where possible. They currently have around 300 tons of stock available across a wide range of products across both sites. We've got the Rossendale site and we've got the Huddersfield site. With our experienced buyers and the close contacts with both the mills and importers now, our prices are most competitive. We're operating 15 of our own vehicles. That's allowed us to provide a quick service where possible and efficiency. K Steels take great pride in having a friendly, approachable team. We'll always look after our valued customers. Always try and go above and beyond where possible. But the interesting point here is we've also introduced, as you're aware, a fully managed sheet metal and box section processing service. That'll take you through from initial designs right through to finished products. And how we've done that is we've teamed up with a small number of hand-picked, dedicated suppliers within the specialist areas within our locality, offering a high range of quality products. This is overseen directly from Case Steels, providing great peace of mind from you, the customer. It's a one-stop shop. The new service enables us to offer from laser cut profiling, water jet, flame cutting, extra operations such as bending, punching, light fabrication, and painting, powder coating, all with high levels of service, which you can always expect from Case Steels. We will offer this throughout the northwestern Yorkshire using our own transport, but we can offer delivery to other areas should they need to. We've got on board great couriers, same-day couriers. The new service works alongside traditional stock holding facility. It works well, obviously, customers that buying sheet steel into us and going into different areas. So as we call it, is a one-stop shop service now. But if anyone wants to find out more, they can find all the information on our Case Steels website. Alternative, they can drop us an email at sales@Case Steels or drop the office a quick call, and I'm sure one of us friendly team will be happy to help.
No, that's great, Jen. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I mean, that was very comprehensive, and I want to touch a bit more on that sheet steel service that you're offering. And I know we've used it. It's been fantastic. We've had some CRM logos cut out, which we use for spray painting the boxes. What kind of things are you manufacturing out of the steel in terms of design? Just give us a bit more.
Absolutely anything at the moment. I've had inquiries for signs. Obviously, we've done one ourselves for reception. It's Case Steels and put the powder coating letters behind, so it gives it a 3D effect. We're getting normal engineering inquiries right through from Scotland all the way down to the bottom of the UK. We're also designing for the likes of, I don't know whether you've seen on Facebook and LinkedIn that we've actually done planters. There's a vast variety, and we never say no to someone. I'd rather look at the inquiry with the team, see if we can competently do it. But we have, with that niche and hand-picked market of suppliers that have come on board with us, we can almost guarantee that we won't say no to much. We'll always help you out where possible. But like you say, logo plates, I had one the other day. Can you do a hanging basket? Can you do like a mesh guard? So it's not just using sheet steel and box section, it's also using tube and pipe and stuff as well. So we like to use our products where possible, but we'll always work with other suppliers, as you know. If they're sending something in, we're always willing to price up cutting.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, it's completely different to what a lot of traditional steel stockholders will offer. They'll just offer the material, maybe a bit of cutting, maybe a bit of water jet cutting, but you're actually producing a product there which can run alongside your current business. So well done, fantastic.
Thanks.
It's
It works well. As I said, we get the steel to the laser or other departments. It's our steel, so the customer, instead of just buying the steel offers, they're actually just asking for the end product to be delivered to site.
Oh, brilliant. I mean, how long have you been in the steel industry now, Jen, if you don't mind?
Coming up to about 4 years now.
4 years. Have you got any real kind of interesting stories, anything that just stands out about maybe dealing with a supplier, with a customer?
Ones that really stand out is obviously the ones that really appreciate your customer service and bending over backwards. Us at Case Steels as well, sometimes, it isn't just a 9-to-5 job. If there's a really big project on, we'll always bend over backwards to help that customer. There was one customer that did ring up in a panic. Oh my gosh, what can I do? It was for a very big, well-known company throughout the UK and Europe. They needed a 24-hour service on it, and I was like, how are we going to do this? So rack brains, and good story is we got it there, but they appreciated that. It was a bit extra premium service, but that's what we're about. It's helping the customers out, no matter how big your company is, sole trader or a big company.
Brilliant, well done, fantastic. Now let's take it back to you. and obviously you've done many different variety of sales roles.
Yeah.
Are there any top tips you would give to maybe somebody starting out in the industry, wanting to develop their sales skills? Something that really kind of important to follow within sales.
My top tips are always treat customers as you'd want to be treated. You've got to obviously come in and you're going to have to think, do I really want to do well? Am I feeling happy today? My other top tip that is part of that is if you're having problems without work, never bring it in work, because the customer can always tell what mood you're in. My customers always know I'm dead upbeat, and they're not just customers, they're valued customers, and they come more like friends, to be honest. And that's what we're known for, and obviously that's been my trait since obviously I left school, is give customer service, and it'll always stand you in good stead.
No, great. I completely agree, and that's a great tip for anybody who's currently working in sales, but who aspires to improve in their sales as well. A bit more about you. Are you watching anything at the moment? Anything interesting on TV?
No, unfortunately not. The only thing I am watching again is Criminal Minds, starting from season 1 to the end. But that's all been put on hold because obviously I'm just a keen gardener. So when I leave work, I'm straight in the garden, or I'm just designing things. That's my passion at the moment. It's just sitting or researching what the market's doing at the moment. I know it's a bit sad, but telly at the moment just
to be honest,
doesn't interest me.
I'm the same at the minute. I mean, I'm doing a lot of reading, but TV at the minute, because there's not been any new films on for such a long time.
Yeah.
With lockdown, how did you find lockdown for you and Case Deals? Was it good? Was it a good time?
Lockdown. Obviously, we closed down for a couple of weeks. Then some of the staff come back in gradually. But lockdown, we've not really obviously seen massive effects. We've actually grown from it, if that makes sense to you. It's just at the moment.
Yeah.
We can't keep up with the orders. We're literally, the wagons are constantly going out full. Some are going back out in the afternoon in both sides. We can't have done better than what we're doing at the moment, to be honest. But even with lockdown, I find obviously more customers are coming back on board now. The small customers have took a big hit, really, more than the larger companies. And especially steel prices at the moment is so volatile. But again, we'll always try and help out where possible. We feel for the smaller companies. I had one guy on the other day, "Oh, Jen, I don't think I can do this, pass it on to my customer, I'm fearing for my business." And I think it's only now we'll start seeing the effects of COVID and the lockdown over the coming months.
I think you're right. I mean, the small businesses, we work with a lot of small machine shops, one-man bands kind of people as well. And the increase in steel price obviously is difficult for them because they're trying to compete with the big boys, which is difficult in itself, and they can really only get by through small margins. How are you finding it a really challenging time with the prices going up and steel demand?
Obviously, steel demand, like you're aware, obviously there's a lot of holes now in certain lines, especially on CR. For instance, we've been trying to get on top of 3mm 3B15 today, and it's just finding a needle in a haystack. Our buyers, though, are really on it. We have got orders placed for deliveries right up until August so far, September. Obviously, we're trying to stay one step ahead all the time. The researching, the liaising with the mills, where everything's at. But again, it's just the shortage of coils, isn't it, at the moment? But a lot of buyers, obviously, they've had to take it on the head with the rise of sheet cost. It's, as I said, our orders are absolutely up. So we can't complain. Like we said, it is so busy at this moment in time. There's not enough hours in the day.
Is Brexit having an impact on your business? I know you mentioned you do a lot of UK and local deliveries, but is it having any impact?
Not that I'm aware of. Obviously, it's only the steel coming in. Like you're aware, it's steel coming into the country. That's the case. We don't ship any steel abroad. Obviously, we have got customers, like I said, mentioned that big customer. But obviously, we deliver into UK depot and then they ship it on the end product. But on the main steel sales, we don't ship apart from the UK.
Okay. Well, it's been absolutely fantastic speaking to you, Jen, and it looks like the future's bright for K Steels, and in particular with you. Is there any new developments that you can share with us today on what's happening at K Steels, maybe in the next 6 to 12 months?
I'm not going to divulge any secrets, I'm afraid, at the moment.
Okay.
But all we can say is obviously we're growing, and obviously this new service that we're offering is really taking off. So we're just going to grow on that. That's going to be the priority. Grow on that in the next 6 to 12 months.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for being on. That's it for today, and
You're welcome.
I'm pleased everybody will be able to come online and have a look and see what K Steels can offer. In particular, contact yourself if they've got any inquiries, and then obviously, hopefully, they'll take it from there. But thanks for being on, Jen. And,
You're welcome.
we'll speak again soon. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care. Thanks.